Hi guys, this is Holly with Curated Homeschooling, and today I wanted to bring you into our homeschool room and show you how we have it set up for this year. Through our homeschool journey, we have homeschooled in a lot of different spaces and have needed to organize and find storage solutions in many different ways. If we go back to the beginning, we were in a 1,000 square foot home, and we were in that home until we had our third child. So my kids were all pretty little at the time, and we moved to this house when my oldest was around 5 years old. And so, of course, with that 1,000 square foot space, we had to be very creative in how we stored the materials that we used. Thankfully, when we moved to this home, it was a little bit bigger. It was 1,500 square feet with those three kids. We found this shelf at a yard sale and were able to um, we painted it, refinished it, put some new handles on it, and it has served us really well for a really long time now as a homeschool cabinet. And we also were able to use a closet in our house to store quite a few of our homeschool things. And we also have a shed outside that we store quite a few things. As our family continued to grow, we ended up obviously with our 6 kids now, so a family of 8 in this in 1,500 square feet, and we're feeling a little bit tight. My husband actually builds homes as his career, and so as we needed that extra space, we were able to think about the different specific spaces we would like to add to our home and draw up plans that would incorporate those needs into our home. We really enjoy our location. We're in a small mountain community and we're near a river, and we really just love our neighbors, and we're really happy with our neighborhood and community that we live in. So we were able to go ahead and add an addition on that included a homeschool room, and that's what I want to show you today. But I wanted to kind of start at the beginning to encourage you that wherever you are on your journey, that a homeschool room is nice, but it's not ultimately something that is a requirement for homeschool by any means, and also that you can homeschool well in whatever space that you are in. All right, so as you enter the homeschool room, off to this side, we have my high schoolers area where they have their desks, and we also have a computer that we all use as a family. We have a very large central desk for my other kids, as well as an area where they can read, and an area where I can teach with a whiteboard or with the television. Then here we have my desk. Up here is quite a bit of storage, and then we also have some storage below. And then the main portion of my desk, I have quite a few resources that I use regularly. Looking more closely at my desk, we have some teacher's manuals over here with keys. And then on the wall, there's a black wire paper catcher for turned in work and work to be checked. Then in this one, I have more answer keys to check work. Then I have a printer, and over here we have just different kinds of paper for the kids to be able to access. Down here is a drawer system, and I keep everything for each day of the week there. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then the bottom drawer is my math supplies or tools for the kids to use for math. And then on the other side, there is some science tools, and we call that the science drawer. It has calculators and rulers and microscopes and timers and things like that. And this drawer is art supplies for a drawing class. This is a bunch of detritus, and this is some just different office supplies in the top 2 drawers where the kids know where they're located and can access them pretty easily. In our main area here, we have an area for our kids to read, either on the mat or up in the loft. And then here I have my 5-year-old's curriculum materials for this first 4 weeks of school. And then we have a climbing wall and some books. Then here we have some more activities and games, and also a little mail station for letter writing and writing practice. Then I have a shelf of books. We have quite a few materials that we're going to be using for the next couple of units in these bookshelves right now. And then down in the cabinets, I have games in our first cabinet that are educational for them to play and related to things that we're learning about. In the second cabinet here, I have a bunch of different craft supplies that are labeled that they can pull out for anything that they are doing creatively. And then in the third cabinet here, I have some bins that have activities. And then I have some more craft supplies here. In the second one, I have oil pastels. And then these bins are for scrapbooking, but I just put activities into each of them for mostly for my little guy. I have some free reading books here that I know that my kids would be interested in reading. These are all of their colored pencils. Okay, so here we have our fish tank with Goldie inside, and down below we have all of the books and curriculum that we're going to be using during this first unit of our homeschool. Down here are some more activity bins with all kinds of materials that we use. Then we have our high school students' desks for our 11th grader and our freshman. They each have drawers with their curriculum, and they do a lot of their schoolwork here at their desks. Over in this corner is how we store all of the additional laptops and tablets. And then here on the end of this countertop, I have our planners and schedules so that I'm able to keep up with whatever we're doing on that day or during that week. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on my homeschool tour here. If you want to continue to follow us as we are homeschooling and as we continue to build this channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. You guys have a great day.